over 7,500 of you that are on the Zite waitlist. I'm Diana of We Actualize, and I'm here to show you an insider's view of what is this new platform called Zite.
If you've heard of Zite, it's possibly because you were familiar with Fill-Out. Zite is part of this new influx of vibe coding, expedited, super fast coding with the use of AI and the use of prompting.
The initial process is very simple. If you are brand new to AI, most things about AI right now are running off of what's called prompts.
Prompting, I like to think about it in two ways. So you can prompt, a human being to do something for you, or to delegate a task, or to assign them a job. And there's kind of two ways you can do that. You can do so in a very simplified way, and you can say, hey, on your way home from the grocery store, could you stop by and get me some milk? Very simple prompt, very clear direction in one sense, get milk. Now, we didn't tell them what kind of milk, we didn't say what kind of store, what price. It's like having someone buy your groceries for you and they, give you some weird substitution that you're like, that is not what that is. So that's one prompt. A more thorough prompt would be, think about a job description. So if you have a job description and you're trying to hire someone to do a task or to do a job, you're trying to explain to them, this is everything you would need to know in order to complete this job. These are the credentials you would need. This is the, qualifications you need. This is the experience, the understanding, the skills. And then this is exactly what I need you to do to be able to execute these respective, tasks within your job. So prompts can kind of fall into those two places in this AI world, where you can be either kind of very simply sharing, hey, do this thing, and you get some nuance with that. You might get a weird substitution, or you can spend that time right at that full job description and hope to get more qualified candidates or leads in the door.
You have to be as clear and concise as possible. These prompts can only be as good as your communication is. A really fantastic use case for Zite is going to be landing pages or websites at lightning speed, prototypes of specific items you want to build, or specific apps that you want to build out fully, whether through no code or software development, and a quick set of data visualization. So something that doesn't necessarily have to be super complex, something pretty simple where the data isn't going to change very often. Let's take a look at some of the things I've built in Zite and some of the areas it got right and some of the areas it did not quite hit. This is an exact use case that I had for one of my clients a while back.
We were working together for a while. At the beginning, I said, do you think you're going to need a website? And they were like, nah, we're not going to need a website. And then as we neared the launch of their product, they were like, we might actually need a website. I had to rapid fire, just throw something together. We built their entire app in Softer and Airtable. They're doing really well. But the thing that was difficult was throwing that website together. We made it work, and Softer has a lot of options to create that website. But I wanted to see if, just based on a paragraph, if Zite could create something that would have saved me a lot of hours. Really good job. I mean, this popped out in like a couple of minutes, and it really got the kind of gist of what I was looking for.
We wanted them to know that they could text for help. It shares kind of what LoveNet is, how does it work. This is a really nice feature grid here. And also share some information about organizations. Now that the visualization of this as well, this is very crisp, this is very clean. Now this resource map, not functional. And of course I know on the back end why that's not functional, because maps need latitude and longitude codes, which I had to pull from a Google Maps API. And so you can't pull that from a sentence. But it can't do everything. You have to understand its limitations as well as its benefits. But when it comes to the landing page, I mean, it does everything that I asked of it, right? Very, thorough landing page. And again, I could add in more color and imagery and things like that. So that's landing pages.